Anybody out there that's listening, Capitol Hill, that showed white supremacy right there that day.
What do you mean?
Capitol, because it showed you that white supremacy can get over and taking over the Capitol, but if it was a black person, you would have got shot. That is a clear indication of white supremacy.
Black people took over. First of all, I just want to say this:
black people, say that, bro. Black
Hold on,
people.
let me help out here. So Sincere said that the Trump administration was essentially white supremacist because they had support by people like Proud Boys. Correct, Sincere? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, they're clearly white supremacy in that organization. It's a
well,
clear.
Make your pitch for it. Then tell us on it. Tell us how clear. Like, make it clear.
Yeah,
to me.
tell me.
Because
show me Ben Carson. Show me Ben Carson, who's married to a black woman. Dr. Ben Carson.
No. It's not
the
about
projects.
You know why?
You know why?
Okay, stop talking over each other. Okay, now Sincere, your turn. Sincere, you go ahead. Go. Make your point.
Because the reason why I say that he's on Ben Carson, let's use Ben Carson for an example. Why he supports white supremacy. He was there with the Trump administration, but he was nowhere to be found when the Obama administration was there. That's where was Ben Carson?
He's a Republican. Well, he's a Republican. He wouldn't stay there with the Democrats.
But still, listen.
Guys, we can't be talking over each other. This is not going to work if we talk over each other.
Let me say something, Mark. I want to say something. Even if Ben Carson is Republican, right? He should have still been able to show support to Barack Obama as a brother. I look at it like a fellow brother. It shouldn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. You should still be there for your brother. That's where Ben Carson is a sellout. He'll be.
So you call him a white supremacist because he's not because he's not crossing the party line.
I'm not saying Ben Carson. I'm not. No, what I'm saying, Mara, is I'm
just trying to clarify here. Wait, guys, you got to let me clarify here. I know it's passionate and stuff, but so are you saying that because Ben Carson didn't reach over the aisle and go to the Democratic side and support them, even though he's a Republican, he's a white supremacist for that?
I'm not saying Ben Carson is a white supremacy.
Okay, I'm trying to clarify. I'm trying to make sure we understand we're on the same page, so we don't just start going crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say to you, bro.
Go ahead, clarify.
When Obama was in office, he wasn't there to show support. But when Trump was there in office, he showed support. That's where it's not fair.
Well, because he's a Republican, but where's the white suprimacy thing coming? Because this is an important sticking point. That's a big accusation. So I'm just trying to figure out where your white supremacy comes in.
White supremacy comes in from like the Proud Boys being tied with the Trump administration, the KKK, the Make America Great. That's all can be white supremacy.
But here's the thing: Biden gave at his funeral, he gave the speech for a Grand Wizard of the KKK. So I mean, you could say that about him too.
But that's what I'm saying.
So it's not fair to label any of these guys white supremacists off that. Is what I'm saying. Like their associations or whatever. Like give me some policies or something that makes me realize that they were oppressing black people or something like that. Give me some tangible sauce.
Can we hear from Brian?
Yes, Brian, please weigh in.
Let me just say
I think what C3 asked is the question I want to know. Like, what policies did Trump put in place that make you think that his administration was white supremacy?
I can show you right there. Listening, Capitol Hill, that showed white supremacy right there that day.
What do you mean?
Capitol, because it showed you that white supremacy can get over and taking over the Capitol, but if it was a black person, you would have got shot. That is a clear indication of white suprimacy.
Black people took over. First of all, I just want to say this: black people went out.
We did not.
Black people went out.
You gotta let people rebuttal, man. You can't keep talking over him when he's trying to get a point.
Sorry, I apologize.
It's all right, bud. It's all right.
I just want to say real quick that black people rioted every time a police officer got into an incident with a black person. All over the news, you see niggas rioting.
It's true.
They going into stores, pulling shit out, pulling TVs out, killing people on the street, smacking white people with bricks, bottles, pulling them out their car, beating them up. They doing this on streets. They even took over a whole street, a whole fucking section of Seattle for what? 2-3 months before anything got done about it?
Chat or whatever.
So we gonna talk about what happened on Capitol Hill. We gotta be fair because black people did that for a whole summer.
And to piggyback.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong though, bro. But we gotta be fair though.
We gotta hold the same standard from both sides. You're gonna criticize.
Right. You can call it whatever you want, but black people did that in the whole city.
So
and you talking about
what he's saying, Sincere, is if you're going to accuse Trump of such harsh accusations, you have to hold the other side to the same standards when they're doing egregious stuff too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you, bro.
And to
Not everything
piggyback
after
off of,
the.
and to piggyback off of Brian, we cannot forget Sequoia Turner. What happened in Georgia? Okay, and the parents got lost, and it was during, and they tried to create their own area in Atlanta, and that child was murdered. Yeah. Okay, you can't just look at just one side and just say, okay, the Capitol 6 January 6th situation.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Guys, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to blame these guys for what followers and whatnot do. I want to get to what they do. I want their policies or something, and that's what we're debating. I don't want to be debating the hang around.
Right, that's what I want to know too. Because that's what's going to separate a white supremacist from somebody who's not one. Because we have one party, they're literally pushing this narrative that says black people can't make it in this country the same way as white people because we're black. And they're doing it in such a condescending way. It's almost like what I call it is Mr. Rogers and the Klan Hood, because they make it sound so nice. They make it sound so beautiful, but at the end of the day, they're literally pushing segregation, but they're making it sound positive.
Sincere, so it's like, rebuttal. You want to say something to that, Sincere? Go ahead.
The segregation is our black people. That's the segregation. That's the segregation in our people. That's the segregation. That's the difference. Like I'll say this, Brian. Like if you're white, you get shot. I mean, if you're white and you do something, you're gonna get away with it in America. But if you're black, you're not gonna get away with it. And the Trump administration showed that from the Capitol Hill. You let white people come into Capitol Hill.
There was black people there too, though. I saw.
No, those people at Capitol Hill.
Bryson Gray. A lot of my friends were there. They were black.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but those people at Capitol Hill, they got did wrong in the justice system, right? Like they being held in jails and shit right now. Am I lying?
That's a good point.
They're being held right now.
Without
like
trial.
They're still trying to get justice.
Without trial. Remember, bro, this is all happening when BLM was being created. For our black brother, like the brothers that you was getting killed by the unarmed police officers, that was what's going on. I always bring that point up because that right there, when I cut the I'll tell you, like, to keep it real with you, when I cut the TV on and saw the Capitol Hill, that showed you a clear indication that that administration didn't care about the black people. It showed you.
I can't even.
Guys, we really got to stay out of the weeds of what followers and whatnot do. I want to talk about policies, man. I want to talk about each candidate's policies.
I thought I was listing policies, but now we're getting into this whole big, assumptions?
Yeah, no, we're not getting into that. I'm going to stop that right now because there's no point to that. We're going to have a debate on policy.